Hi guys, how you doing? This is supposed to be your weekly horoscope, but I'm a little bit late making the video this week. I haven't been feeling very well, so I'm back to normal now. And instead of the horoscope being from Monday, the 19th of September, through until the end of the week, it's going to be from today, Tuesday, the 20th of September, going through until Sunday, the 25th of September. So it's an astrological weather report. I look at what relationships the planets form with each other and how that's going to impact us. Monday the 19th was very much about reassessing what you want on a practical level, and Tuesday the 20th continues along those lines with that theme. So it's really good to reassess your physical practical circumstances, especially when it comes to location and income. And the reason for that is that there's a lot of energy in Earth at the moment. The moon is in Taurus and it trines the sun in Virgo. So that's a really good, powerful connection to change things in your practical life. This earthy moon then, it trines Pluto in Capricorn, more Earth, and Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Mercury is the planet of communication. That is in its last couple of days of being retrograde. It goes direct again on the 22nd. So when this communication planet is in retrograde like this, it's good to look at practical physical things and to look at them in a new light and to make decisions around whether you want to continue with things being the way they are or whether you want to make changes. So Tuesday the 20th is really good to reassess all of those things, and in a practical sense, I mean, you can look at your job, your income, your location, whether you're happy with all of those things or whether you do want to make changes and whether you want to tweak any of those areas in your life moving forward. Now, Wednesday, there's a shift in energy, and this is really a wonderful day to start new relationships, to realize dreams and fantasies, and to transform your world. So it's similar to Tuesday in terms of reassessing, but now you're bringing in your imagination and your fantasies and really the things that are very near and dear to your heart and that are personal dreams. So use your imagination, think about what your life could be like, and then again, put things in place or intend to make practical changes moving forward, because this is a really great day to dream about what could possibly happen. The moon goes into Gemini at 5:54 in the morning, and that's based on UK time, which is British summertime, so Europe. And the Gemini moon is much more communicative. It's much quicker than a moon in Taurus, which is very grounded and very practical. This moon in Gemini is about ideas, popping in and popping out. And remember, that is happening under the umbrella of Mercury still being in retrograde. So it's time to use all of these quick ideas to reassess the circumstances of your life, but also to bring the intellectual idea world into all of that. Now, Thursday the 22nd, it's happy birthday to you, Libra. The sun goes into Libra at 2:22 in the afternoon. It's also the autumn equinox, which is really apt because it's Libra. The equinox is when the daylight hours are exactly the same as the nighttime hours. So it's a perfectly balanced day. Libra being the scales, you'll get a lot of personal sense of comfort and contentment just from that. And Mercury comes out of retrograde, hooray. So Mercury going direct is a huge thing. Communication kind of returns to normal. We're not just reassessing and kind of tweaking things anymore. We can get back to work and use information to serve us rather than us serving information and having to reassess our whole lives. So this is the first day of autumn. You will have significant intellectual powers on this day. So if something has been eluding you or if something has been problematic, today is the day to really address it and to sort things out. It's all about balance and communication on this day, and even movement on a physical level is back to normal with Mercury now coming out of its retrograde. On Friday, you're going to get this sense of things winding down. There'll be an awareness of the things that you plan to achieve in 2016, when you're making New Year's resolutions, for instance, and you'll really be on the same wavelength of, okay, in January, this is what I said I would do. This is where we're at now in 2016. What is still on my to-do list? And it's a really nice day of clarity when it comes to those kinds of things. And really looking at what's yet to do. So you can tell this week it's very much up in your head to do with your real life. It's about re-examining and looking at what's going on. It's very kind of reflective in nature. And by working with that process, you can get a lot done. So also, Friday the 23rd, it is a great day for love and romance. Communication is much better than it has been with Mercury being in retrograde, and the communication you have on Friday the 23rd is likely to leave you feeling very positive, upbeat, and just give you a nice feeling. Now, the reason for that is it's the last quarter moon, so the moon is kind of really winding down, moving towards the new moon, and it's the last quarter moon at 9:57 in the morning, and the moon also goes into Cancer at 8:34 in the morning. So the moon, the way you feel, the emotional body is much more focused on personal relationships now, your feelings, the things that really make you feel content and at home, so to speak. Now, Saturday the 24th, misunderstandings could become possible when communicating verbally. Feelings may be running a little bit high. You may feel overly emotional, maybe even resentful or jealous. And the reason for this is that Venus, the planet of love and beauty, goes into the super intense sign of Scorpio on this day. Okay. On top of that, the moon is in Cancer, also watery, very much not attached to the feelings, but very much ruled and governed by your feelings. All of these planets in water signs mean that your feelings and the way you feel about a situation suddenly becomes paramount. You know, earlier on in the week, if something looked a certain way and it made sense logically, or it provided you with an income, or you lived in a certain place because of the weather or whatever it is, one of those practical reasons, that was understandable and okay. And now what really becomes paramount is, do I like this or do I resent it? And whatever the answer is to that question, you're going to have a response. So the moon in Cancer connects with Saturn in Sagittarius. Venus does go into Scorpio. The moon in Cancer also forms loads of relationships with other planets and heavenly bodies. It connects with Mercury and Chiron and Uranus. And it's very much like, I'm a poor little feeling emotional person, and all these outside huge influences are hammering in on me and are making me feel a certain way, and I just want to be left alone. I want to be in my little bubble, and why can't all of you just leave me be? So really look out for your emotional state of being on Saturday. This is where the misunderstandings can come in, because everything's going to feel so significant and important, whereas other day you'd just be able to, you know, brush it off or let it go. Saturday is intense. Sunday, again, we're going back to passion and romance now. This has amazing potential for those things. There's an intense connection with another person in a romantic way. So the best days of the week here are Friday and Sunday for love and romance. And it's also a great day for new love and romance, not just with someone who's already in your life, but it's about love and romance being available and in the atmosphere for all of us. The reason this happens is because the moon goes into Leo at 1:49 in the afternoon, and this Leo moon then squares Venus in Scorpio. So it's about public, intense displays of affection and romance, and really people wearing their hearts on their sleeve, and your feelings and your reactions to certain people or new people who come into your life, they're not going to be difficult to make out. Feelings are going to be super highlighted on Sunday, and it's going to be similarly intense the way Saturday was, but it's got a more positive kind of feel to it. So that's the week. Obviously a little bit condensed because I missed out the Monday. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with and what you've got to go on. If you would like a private reading with me to see how these circumstances are influencing you specifically, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you next week.